Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
All right. Good morning.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? Man Cave Morning Show. Let's clap it up.
Yes, we are here, y'all. We are here.
You already know. I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, man.
Another official Man Cave Morning Show. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Yes.
Clap it up for Wednesday.
Yes.
Clap
Hump
it up for
day.
being alive, man.
Hump day, the
Clap
middle
it
of
up
the week.
for being a man in the Man Cave,
It
bro.
is almost over, y'all.
You already know.
Yes.
You already know,
Week's
man.
almost over.
First and foremost, let me introduce my partner in crime right here.
Yes.
The man that always has the plan, and together we understand. We call him what? Smooth P.
And my brother's sitting next to me in the black and yellow. He's always been my man, my mellow. We go way back like snapbacks and tattoos. He's always been. See, I messed it up the other day. I messed up with it. There's my brother from another mother. Stormed on the general in the building, y'all.
That's why he's a DJ now. He doesn't rhyme anymore.
Yeah, I don't rhyme no more. Just a little bit sometimes.
Salute, peace, and blessings, everybody. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube.
Yes.
Salute to everybody watching us live on BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube. Also, shout out to everybody watching us live on Twitter, Periscope. You can find that at Storm of BKS1. That's Storm of BKS1 on Twitter and Periscope. Salute to everybody watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com, baby.
Yes.
All right, and shout out to everybody checking us out on the TuneIn app. Listen, if you don't have the TuneIn app, download it. It is free.
Free 99.
And you can listen to all your favorite radio stations from around the world on the TuneIn app. And guess who's on there? WBKS1, the Man Cave Morning Show. All right, and shout out to everybody on FB. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. Let's give some FB love real quick for those trickling in. Shout out to Felicia Felton. Good morning, Felicia. What's up? Shout out to Barry B on the check-in. Shout out to Patricia Shell Givens. What's up, sis?
Yes.
Ingrid Judge on the check-in. Shout out to Ricky Self Franklin on the check-in. Shout out to Babs on the check-in. Pretty Patty Barb Carter Brack. I love it, man. Shout out to Kim Sharif. She said good morning, Alicia Mitchell and Pierre Parker Jones. She said good morning to me, but that's all right. What's up, Kim's cooking?
What's up,
Diva?
All
right, shout out to Glenn Gray on the check-in. Shout out to Jerry Miller on the check-in. Shout out to Terrence Bellamy on the check-in. Shout out to B is on the check-in. Shout out to Sherry Sheikah Archie and Baino on the check-in. Shout out to Nikki Owens on the check-in. Shout out to Antonio Grimace on the check-in. Peace and blessings to you all. Good morning. Clap it up for everybody on the check-in. So, first and foremost, I got to change this topic too, because you see what our topic is going to be today. You see what our topic is going to be today? Do you know, P? Do you know?
I think I know.
Oh, well, listen. If you don't know, you about to know, bro. If you don't know, you about to know
it's
what our topic
ladies.
is going to be
Y'all ain't going to
today.
like us today.
So, yes, you're going to be mad today. But, women, are you emasculating your man? Again, women, are you emasculating your man? Let's keep it 100 on the Man Cave Morning Show. So, listen, no matter what platform you are listening to us on, all right, we want you to share it out. Click the share button. No matter what platform, just click the share button. It's a little sign of support like this. Share,
click.
Share. All right? Because we're going to talk about some things today. But first and foremost, y'all know what's coming up this week. All right, presented to you by BKS1 Radio, WBKS1 BKS1.com. So get ready this Thursday. It is going down. The official Thursday after work ride with BKS1 Radio at Gavelstone in Kenilworth, New Jersey. That's Michigan Avenue, Kenilworth, New Jersey.
303 Michigan Avenue.
Yes, what is it? 303?
303 South Michigan.
303 South Michigan Avenue, yes. Kenilworth, New Jersey at the Gavelstone. It's going down, the after work ride and everything from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 7 p.m. to 12 midnight. It's going down. Listen, they got good food up in there and drink specials. I think last week it was like buy two drinks, get one free.
Yeah.
But guess who's on the ones and twos? Your boy Storm Norns on the ones and twos. DJ Smooth P, DJ Jess, DJ KT, DJ Big H. We rock the house, man. We play that feel-good music, everything from the classics to the current.
Yes,
Come on
sir,
out and have a good time. This Thursday, we want to see everybody there this Thursday. Let's get it on and popping, man. Grown folk style. Let's get it on and popping this Thursday at Gavelstone. And then you know, Friday night is the official Friday Night Live at TGI Fridays. It's the happy hour mix, baby. Every Friday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It goes down. Music is powered by none other than WBKS1.com. It goes down.
Yes, sir.
It goes down. So come on out, man. Just party with us and feel good, man. Sometimes you got to relax, relate, release. You know what I'm saying? Let me give some more love. Shout out to Tim Beverly on the check-in.
Peace.
Tracy Stephanie on the check-in.
Peace.
And yes. Kim Sheree said, morning, Norm. Didn't know who you were in the black and yellow. I thought Smooth was about to get stung.
Nah, no more. That actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I don't need no more of that.
It's all good. It's all good. So you see the topic we're going to talk about. Also, at 11:30, we got a call from a young lady out in Washington, D.C. She's going to give some jobs away. Basically, so anybody looking for a job, it's a government job or whatever, and working with the Census Bureau, she has various job openings available that she's going to give away on BKS1 Radio. So she's going to tell you how to get the information and everything, and it's kind of immediate. So she was like, you know, whoever's interested, it would be like immediate hire. So if you're looking for employment and you're not doing nothing, you're trying to make some extra bucks, tell people to tune in right now. Share it out. Yeah, share it out right now. She'll be calling in and checking with us around 11:30.
Sure.
And so we'll be hearing from her. What's first up on the menu that we're going to discuss before we get to our topic today? Because we got a lot going on, man. Oh, you know, we got started out fun, man. So P found this story. I thought it was funny, but I'm like, wow, man. And I really don't care because it wasn't me. But so a man bet $100,000 on one number on a roulette table, and he won. $100,000, and he won. I'll read y'all a little bit of this story that makes me a little upset that it wasn't me. Some people are born gamblers while others don't want to risk a penny of their hard-earned cash. It's pretty clear which category Brazilian businessman Pedro Grenadine Bartel falls into. He bet $100,000 on one spin of roulette. Bartel, who is the president of a shoe company and whose uncle is a billionaire, thanks to a successful sandal manufacturing company, placed a huge stack of chips on the number 32 at Uruguay's Hotel Conrad, and then 32 hit, winning him $3.5 million. The rich gets richer, man.
Yeah, man.
The exciting moment was all caught on someone's poorly shot video. And I actually got, here's the video right here, this joker who's already rich. Yeah, I'm hating. You're already paid.
Got to be a high roller like him. Like, I'm a high roller.
Put $100,000 down.
Listen.
And got $3.5 million. Anyway, here's the clip, man. Here's the clip.
High roller.
Cara, não tô acreditando. Olha aqui, ó. Tá todo mundo louco aqui, ó. Ninguém acredita. Segura, porque vai lá. Tem que segurar porque vai ele tá batendo, não pode bater na mão. Vai, porra! Vai! Cara, eu tô louco.
Clap that up for him, yeah, man. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a high roller. You know, like I be putting them bucks out there like every week. You know, I play my $2 on the Powerball and the Mega Man.
No doubt.
That's all I'm playing.
Ingrid just said, scared money don't make money.
Yeah, jeez.
Tracy Sunshine said, good morning.
Good morning.
Shout out to Phyllis. Phyllis said, good morning. Denise Sparrow on the check-in. Jeffrey Ford on the check-in. And Tracy said, good morning. All right. So, okay. Yeah. He won 3.5 million.
Man.
Whoopee. All right. Next.
Don't be salty.
Yeah. All right. So this was interesting. So tonight, more than 100 locals are at the Modesto City Council meeting to speak in support of in opposition to the planned upcoming Straight Pride event. Event organizer Don J. Grundman spoke tonight at the meeting and made a serious gaffe, which challenging a city council woman to a debate. He accidentally called his own organization racist, which is something they've been accused of by their opposition. Now listen, this is dude speaking, thinking he's all eloquent and whatever like that, the council meeting, whatever. And he called his own company, his little crew, racist by mistake and caught it. He caught it. So peep it out, listen to it. Check out the clip. Here we go. Let's roll it. We rolling it. All right, here you go.
To justify attacks against us in that part, and when they come, you're going to turn right around and say, "Oh, we deserved it. We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group." I started the War Alliance, Whites Against Racism Alliance. It's on Facebook. To stop hatred. And if you want to find a hatred group against blacks who killed 20 million Americans, look at Planned Parenthood. That's where we're doing. We're here to defend all races. We're here to defend the greatest mass murder of blacks in this nation's history is Planned Parenthood. And we're fighting them. Time is up, sir. Sorry, your time is up. Public debate. Sir, your time is up.
Now we will have respect for all speakers.
To justify attacks against us in that part, and when they come, you're going to turn right around and say, "Oh, we deserved it. We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group."
Can you say, jackass?
Yo, jackass times 10. Played himself out. That's what you call a Freudian slip.
You know what it is?
Because he was feeling that.
I was about to say, he was so passionate about what he was saying that he couldn't even not say what he said. Like, that's how
we're a
passionate about
totally
his
peaceful
hate.
racist group.
Peaceful racist.
We love all races.
We fight for everybody.
Yeah,
Knock it off, dude.
Played yourself.
Knock it off.
That was funny.
Yeah, but you know what? It's good that people are exposing themselves for who they are these days. We need to see who true people are. So
yeah, he played himself. Shout out to Mal Davis on the check-in.
Peace shirts and stuff.
Yeah. So you imagine how the rest of that meeting went.
It's
they didn't want to hear nothing else he had to say.
He left. He knew there was nothing else for him to say. It was time for him to get out of there.
Totally peaceful racist. Humming. He turned into Ralph Cranen real quick. Humming.
Man.
Wow.
I'm gonna keep.
So anyway, you do know what today is, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So basically, yesterday and today.
Yeah.
400 years later. 400 years later, while August 20th, 1619 is a date all Black Americans need to know, and a lot of people don't know.
They don't.
This is how it went down 400 years ago.
Yep.
For those that don't know. And we're going to read a little something. Shout out to the Griot. So over the last few years, there have been a movement on social media to reclaim dates that mean more to us than the whitewashed ones we were taught in school, specifically anniversaries like Juneteenth, which, unlike the more commercialized 4th of July, was the real Independence Day for black slaves living in America. But this year's a whole new date has made its way to the forefront of these conversations about re-imaging our history. The year 1619, specifically August 20th, 1619. For those of you that may be unaware, on this date, exactly 400 years ago from this date, Africans who had been taken from their homelands and taken to British North America landed in Port Comfort, which is known today as Fort Monroe in Hampton, Virginia. Wow. I got relatives living near there.
Yeah.
But please don't let the name Port Comfort fool you. These 24 or so black people were brutally removed from their homeland by force. And their arrival to the New World quite decidedly marks the official onset of slavery in North America, an act of white supremacy which would destroy and take the lives of countless Africans for another 2.5 centuries with no interference from the government. To be fair, according to the Atlantic, these 22 or 23 Africans who arrived this week 400 years ago were not the first to land in North America. Some Africans probably came before Christopher Columbus. See, they don't teach that in the history books.
No.
They don't teach that. In an effort to fill this glaring void in the narrative, some scholarly African Americans got together, looked over any paperwork they could find, and agreed on August 20th, 1619, based on the fact that this was legitimately the first documented recognition of our arrival in Virginia. So wow, this is I guess it's
historic year.
A historic year.
Yeah.
You can't call that really a celebration.
No, absolutely not.
You can't call it a holiday.
No.
But it's a day of remembrance.
Yes, day of remembrance.
It's a day of remembrance.
Perfect.
So,
way to word it.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget, man. I think it needs to be taught in our schools. They took a lot of our schools out of our schools.
I was just about to say that it's not going to be taught because they're trying to erase it all from the curriculum. Period. Any black history, anything about slavery and the atrocities that they've done.
Y'all don't need to remember this mistake we made.
Remember that? No, let's forget about that. Slavery wasn't that important.
Nah, rip those out. Rip those pages out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
It's horrible.
Sorry, we remember.
But what I have noticed though in the past years that in them trying to do that, more facts in history have been being unearthed. And we're learning a lot more, and they're putting a lot more out there. So I think it's actually backfiring, even though it's not going into the school curriculums. Like people are still, like I said, the blessing of the internet. People are still putting that information out there for you to know if you want to know it. So you can find out anything.
No doubt.
If you want to.
All right. So we know we live in a climate right now with 45, where there's still a lot of blatant racism. It's coming out. People are really expressing their feelings, how they really feel. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'd rather you not hide it.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I want to know who I'm actually talking to.
But this young teen, this young brother, he felt racism firsthand in Rochester.
Yeah,
that's kind of close to home.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
Yeah, not far at all. And we're gonna talk about this story. And here's the clip.
It's a shocking video with racist overtones, and tonight East Rochester police are taking a look.
The video shows a white man arguing with a black teen and then spraying him with a hose as he walks away. This all began as a verbal argument, but as Kayla Green reports, how it ended has everyone talking.
It's free smoke. You better not smoke.
This is the video that's gone viral.
I'll beat the out of you. I'll spit in your grave too.
It shows a confrontation between a young teen and a man outside the man's home. Police tell us this happened a few days ago. The boy's mom says her son was with a group of girls when they got into a verbal argument with the man at a nearby park. The confrontation continued at the house. The police were called and everyone went their separate ways.
But he was outside doing it again, flicking him off. My son said something along the lines of, why do you keep flicking us off? Said some other profanities that I wish he hadn't.
Police say they talked to both the man and the boy and his mom when it happened, but they had not yet seen the controversial video and its shocking content.
I'm not on your property, you come over here flicking off. I'm a Ku Klux Klan member, and you should be with a clay.
In it, the man says he's in the KKK and threatens the teen with the N-word.
It was like a scene out of the 60s. You don't see stuff like that in 2019.
The chief says now that the video is out, they're investigating further and talking to both sides again. Poles says the man should be embarrassed and should be held accountable.
It never affected me, and now I see this video, and it's my son that this is happening to, so it puts things in perspective a little bit.
Poles says police told her they'd be making an arrest for harassment, but we're not yet sure if that'll be the case. As of tonight, there's no arrest. We did attempt to reach out to the man in the video, but he wasn't available for comment. Maureen?
All right, Kayla, thank you. We also tried to talk to the teen.
He should be arrested for harassment and also trying to incite a hate crime. I mean, I guess technically, legally, if you think about it, him spraying him with the hose is a form of assault.
So let me ask you, right? So
might be stretching.
You was this man's boss, and you just happened to be going through social media, and you saw this video. Would you fire him?
He should be fired. Yes.
From his job?
Yep.
Even though that was on his personal property and this was at home.
You know why I say that? See, people got to realize, in a lot of these big corporations, there's clauses like if for anybody who's ever gotten a job lately, I'll say within the last 10, 15 years, easy. You know that when you go to fill out paperwork, it's not just an application anymore. You're filling out a packet, like a book, a small novel worth of papers, which is all the different policies and clauses and this and that. So the majority of these corporations have these clauses in them, and one of them is like a morality clause. So because you got to think, you represent them, regardless whether you're on the clock or off the clock. You represent the company. That's the way they look at it. So if you're doing something that's deemed hateful and racist, it can then fall back onto them as the employer. If people know that you employ, so you like to employ racist, and so they boycott it. So companies are like, we're not having it. I'm not gonna let your negative views and ways affect my bottom line. So I will say. And also, you shouldn't want that type of person working for your company. So you want a racist person, outwardly racist person working for your company. So that's an HR nightmare and or lawsuit maybe waiting to happen. So it's like so many different reasons why you could and should be fired for something like that.
No doubt. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. What's up, Ingrid? What's up, Barb? Ingrid Judge said assault and a hate crime. Why did the kids follow him home? Assault and a hate crime. Yeah, it was assault with the water.
Yeah, it's assault.
Yeah, and it was a hate crime.
Yeah, if I would have said I'm a Klan, and you call it N-words
with the Klan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Knock him up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's just. See, me personally, if I lived in that neighborhood, he wouldn't be able to sleep well at night. Because now that I know who you are, like, I'm let you know, I'm going to keep my eye on you. We all going to keep our eye on you. You might as well just leave this neighborhood because we not really going to put up with that. And we'll probably have a confrontation every day of the week.
Right.
If I see you, we're going to have a confrontation just because I know who you are. And we don't need you here in our neighborhoods, around our children and our women. Me as a man, as a protector of my house, I wouldn't feel that my family is safe knowing that this dude lives down the street. And at any time, if I'm not home, what he might try to do.
True indeed. Yeah, shout out to everybody on the checking. Oh, phone lines are open now.
Yes.
You can call in 646-233-1302. Again, that's 646-233-1302. All right. So
I'm trying to keep my temperature down, too, because we got guests today. But stuff like that pisses me off. I'm just trying.
Hey.
I'm trying to be a good host today. But stuff like that really pisses me off. I don't want to linger on it, but that and it's a child. That's my thing. It's
you need to calm down. We'll go to Mexico and get some cocaine.
Yeah, let's go.
Go to Mexico and get some cocaine, man.
Go
Mexican
to that.
court. A Mexican court says cocaine use is legal for two people. Two people.
I want to know how did they come up with this.
So
though.
yeah. Let's read this one. Okay, in the landmark ruling court in Mexico City has said two people should be allowed to use cocaine legally. Wow. The ruling means the unnamed pair can use but not sell small amounts of cocaine, according to Mexico United Against Crime, an NGO that filed legal papers in the case as a part of its strategy to change the country's drug policy.
Yeah.
This is the first time cocaine use has been made legal in Mexico, but the ruling still needs to be ratified by a higher court. It comes at a time when Mexico is grappling with its drug policy under President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. Whatever, man. Got a long name. Whose official development plan for 2019-2024 pledges to reform a prohibitionist approach that it calls unsustainable due to the violence and poor public health outcomes it has generated. Wow, so they about to try to legalize cocaine like marijuana. Everybody gonna be taking those Cancun trips. Everybody gonna be going to Puerto Vallarta.
The price is gonna shoot back up though. Come get your free cocaine.
Yo, the court ruling orders Mexico's national health regulator to authorize two people to legally possess, transport, and use cocaine. However, officials told the AFP news agency that such an authorization is outside its remit, and it has blocked the court order as a result. Wow. As a result.
Imagine?
Wow, that's crazy. All right, y'all. So, where we going next year for vacation?
I ain't going. Sheesh. But you just
Yo,
think
if
of
they
that.
make
Legalizing
cocaine legal in Mexico,
you know, the United States would probably follow suit though. They follow suit.
No. First, you know how much? I don't know. Would they lose business because Mexico's ran by the cartels?
Yeah,
So
maybe
the
that's
cartels
why.
would probably be losing business. You think?
Oh yeah. So you know what? I ain't thinking about it. Yeah, the cartels ain't gonna let that happen. They're gonna kill every official. They try to make it legal. They take away my money. And you know that's what happens once they legalize. That means the government takes over and makes all the money. So yeah, that cartels ain't gonna let that happen. We're gonna find some heads in the trunk.
I don't know, man. But I am gonna start planning my vacation. I don't want no cocaine, nothing like that.
Nah, man.
But I'm gonna start planning my vacation. I do want to go back to Mexico though. I do. But not for that.
Yeah, don't put your name on the list, bro. Don't put your name on the list.
All right, some good news, man. Some good news. Oh, I guess that was good news to some. But shout out to Kawhi Leonard. Donates 1 million backpacks to students in Southern California. See, we always hear these negative stories about black men and everything. You know, this is a positive one. Right?
Yeah.
Why we got to just be reporting that? I had to search hard to find this story about Kawhi. Come on, bro. Now, you know if Kawhi did something like Kawhi sexual harassment charge,
Yeah,
blah,
been
blah, blah.
all- been all
It'd be
over everything.
all over the news. But this brother gave 1 million backpacks to the students in Southern California. Clap it up for Kawhi Leonard. Makes our little measly 11 that we gave out at the cookout.
Hey, man, listen. That 11 counts.
We just gave out 11, bro.
That 11 counts.
He gave out 1 million.
11 kids was happy.
No doubt.
And they parents.
They said it's bigger than basketball. NBA star Kawhi Leonard, the LA Clippers Foundation, and a nonprofit community partner, Baby to Baby, announced the gift of 1 million backpacks to students in the Moreno Valley Unified, Inglewood Unified, and LAUSD. All right, so shout out to Kawhi, man. Yeah. Good for him. Now, this is something I got to ask y'all, right? So I've been hearing about this remake coming. You know how I feel about certain remakes of movies and music. But they about to redo Coming to America.
Yes,
So
Coming to America
2.
And I think they're about to come up with The Matrix 4 also.
Yeah, but Coming to America. Yeah. All right, man. All right. Tracy Morgan joins Eddie Murphy in the Coming to America sequel.
Nice.
So I heard, it's supposed to be John Amos is coming back.
Yes.
Sherry's coming back.
Yes.
Sherry Hadley is coming back. Arsenio's coming back.
Yes. A lot of the main characters.
Yeah. So, some of them's coming back. And this is supposed to be about the quest to find his son, his long-lost son.
Okay.
Tracy
his son?
It was his name, Akeem.
Yeah.
Akeem, so it's King Akeem, I guess, now.
Yeah, I think he took over.
He the king now, right?
Yeah, he took over for Jaffe.
But I heard James Earl Jones is still in this joint.
Really? Yeah, I think he is too.
So is this something y'all want to see? I want to know. Let me know. Is this something y'all want to see Coming to America too? Like y'all gonna be like
people are gonna
amped
go
up
see
and
it,
gassed up to go see it?
People are gonna go see it, but I think it's
curiosity.
just out of curiosity. I think it is it's like way too long overdue, But I think people will actually go out to see it. Is it going to be a blockbuster? I don't think so. But I think the people from that era who like the classic first one will want to see number 2. And you know what I seen too? And I think we might report on it one week. There is actually a McDowell's in New York.
Is it?
They opened up a McDowell's, a official real McDowell's. Somebody made that a real concept.
I wonder if they had to give money to the creator.
I would think so.
Coming to America.
You would? Yes, I would think
so.
A
McDowell's?
A McDowell's. Yes, there was a real McDowell's in New York. I'm actually gonna find it, and I want to go out there one day and get me a McDowell's
and some
burger.
Fries?
Yes.
They're not better than McDonald's.
Well, he said he had the hamburger. Get out of here. Might be the same thing.
Damn, word.
Yes, it's
we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Yes.
So I don't know. I want to see it though. I ain't gonna front. I want to see it. I'm actually gonna go to movies to see it. I ain't gonna watch it on Cody or steal it or nothing like that. So I'm just letting y'all know.
He doesn't do that anyway, guys.
Yeah, allegedly. All right. Next story, sad one. I'm mad at this story. So, Texas mom who made healthy son have 13 unnecessary surgeries pleads guilty. 13 unnecessary surgeries pleads guilty. You ought to feel bad.
I was gonna say, what's wrong with these parents? But I can't call her a parent because she's not a parent.
Wow, that's crazy. So, Texas mom who made healthy son have 13 unnecessary surgeries pleads guilty. A Texas mom had admitted to making her healthy son undergo unnecessary medical tests and procedures from 2009 to 2017, including 13 major surgeries. Wow. 35 years old, Kayleen Bowen, started taking her son Christopher to unneeded doctor's appointments at just 11 days old, according to officials. Wow. That's crazy. Reports conclude that he visited the doctor. Let me open this up because y'all know I can't see, even with these dollar glasses. All right. Doctor appointments at just 11 days old, according to official reports, conclude that he visited the doctor 323 times. 323 times. By the time Christopher was 8 years old, he had undergone more than a dozen major surgeries and was confined to a wheelchair. This is right out of a movie, man. According to prosecutors, she allegedly also had the boy fitted with a feeding tube, which went directly into his small intestine. Yeah, she watched that movie. She watched that movie about that girl. A procedure which led to several serious infections, according to Newsweek. To top it off, the woman even tried to get him on the lung transplant list. Wow. This is crazy. Over the years, Bowen had launched fundraisers for Chris. Oh, she tried to get some money, and she launched fundraisers. Wow, at the risk of her son's health. Over the years, Bowen had launched fundraisers for Christopher's medical bills, even claiming that he was dying from a rare genetic disorder and had cancer, according to the reports. Authorities say that the crimes Bowen committed appear to fit the description of people with Munchausen syndrome by proxy. A rare psychological disorder in which a caregiver lies or exaggerates a child's medical symptoms to get attention and sympathy. There was a movie me and my wife just watched about that. about this little girl that did that, and they got in trouble, but she killed their mother.
Well, this is my question. They're going after her. What about these doctors who perform these unnecessary surgeries? Like, how do you take a child to a doctor and say, hey, I think they had this. I think you need to operate. And the doctor say, okay, no problem. And operate 13 major operations on the child. Went to the doctor 383 times. So I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding why is she the only one who's being charged. Because as a medical physician, if you see a patient doesn't need something, you shouldn't be like, oh, okay, well, they got insurance? Oh, they do have insurance? Oh, the mother says she thinks it's this? Oh, and the mother saying, oh, that we should probably operate? No problem.
No doubt. Shout out to Tammy Walker. Shout out to Juanita Karen Hartstown. Just joining.
Wow.
What's up? Barb said, who are the damn doctors, though? Yeah. Shout out to Tisa on the check-in. Ingrid said she must suffer from Munchausen by proxy. Yeah. How did the doctors not catch this? I'll tell you why. Because they were getting paid from the insurance companies.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
And this is why they wasn't stopping those visits. Because every time they got those visits, they got a check.
Paid.
That's why the doctors didn't say daggone thing. All those 323 visits. That's 323 payments.
That to me is crazy.
Why they gonna open their mouth?
That's
they getting
crazy.
paid. Kim Cherie said, is she mentally ill? She just could be evil and greedy. You know, what doctor did the unnecessary surgery? Wow. That's who they need to come after.
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, exactly.
They need to have their licenses stripped. Yeah, unnecessary surgery for what?
But I don't even think I can't even say she's greedy, because like she definitely has to have some kind of mental illness. They said since the child was 11 days old. So she's been doing this to this child since this child was born. So I don't think that she was doing it out of greed. She definitely has some kind of issue. I mean, what, she look at the child? The child got to be sick. Like 11 days old, and you taking them to the doctor like for nonsense? I mean,
so you saying they should be prosecuted?
Oh, definitely. Any doctor who did an unnecessary surgery on this child should lose their license, and they should be charged also with whatever she's being charged with. Well, definitely malpractice and child endangerment. Like, let's roll the list down. But they definitely shouldn't just have gotten paid and getting off, and she goes to jail. They need to go to jail together.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
Sad story.
Yeah.
Let me read. Barb said the doctors were definitely greedy.
Yes, doctors, I agree. Them greedy, yes.
English said, I get cussed out by my doctors for even mentioning anything I read on WebMD.
As you should.
Let alone treat me for anything I saw on the internet.
As you should. From a real doctor. Yes.
Wow. New comment. Shout out to Wilma on the check-in. Yeah, it's just a crazy situation. But again, I bet you she watched this movie, because everything they said she did, it was identical. Identical from this movie. And I can't remember the name. If my wife is listening, please put it in the chat, because y'all got to see this movie. It's like identical to everything I just described. Crazy.
And she probably seen him like, oh, I could identify with that. Yeah, this must be what's going on with my child. Like I said it and tried it. That's crazy.
So everybody's making a big deal that 50 Cent kicked Wendy Williams out of the party, like didn't even let her in to his big party that he had and everything. And I'm like, look, she still got in anyway. And evidently she had some type of clout, because after he said, you know, she can't come in or whatever the case may be, I heard she still got up in there. Security still let her in. And everybody was sweating her, flocking towards it. So, I mean, like, you know, what's the big deal? It's Wendy Williams.
I mean, Wendy's made a lot of enemies. She's made a lot of enemies over the years. And now that she's going through her trials and tribulations, she, you know, it's kind of like she wants everybody to forgive her.
She's a different person now.
And be,
you think?
Yeah, she wants everybody to forgive her and be buddy now. It's not like that. You can't and not talk about her situations. You built your whole career on the demise of other people's lives, and now that people are treating you the same, you can't take it. Like, say, if you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the heat, and I don't know. I don't know what you were expecting from people. If you were expecting people to just welcome you with open arms, but that's not how it works. You don't kick somebody in the face, and then when you down, expect them to give you a hug. So I mean, I wouldn't have let her in either. Personally,
no doubt. Shout out to Kim Ebron. Barb said exactly, Ingrid. The doctors in Jersey are not playing that. No doubt.
Hope not.
Yeah, everybody's still on that Munchausen joint. And don't forget, someone's about to call in to give you some assistance on getting a job with the government for the Census Bureau. They're actually giving away the jobs. And the person that's calling in is in charge of the hiring.
Nice.
So you can get a job. If you need a job, you need a job. BKS is giving away jobs today. All right, so make sure y'all share this out.
Yes.
Click the share button right now. We're going to have someone calling in that's going to be offering a government job with the Census Bureau. All right? And the person that's calling in is in charge of the hiring. We will put you in contact with that person so you can get a gig. So it don't matter where you live. You can get the gig wherever you live.
Nice remote.
All right. So, on to the topic. Should I even get to it? Should I wait until we get that call?
Nah. Go ahead.
I wasn't going
roll with it.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Paul Scott. He on the check-in. But yeah, just to let y'all know. So, if somebody need a gig, please stay tuned. Coming up in about 3 minutes, we will be getting this call. Shout out to Deidre Howard Francois on the check-in. What's up, sis? But we're going to talk about something today. Women, are you emasculating your men? We want to keep it 100 on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes.
Do a lot of y'all feel as though you emasculate your men? Or have you emasculated a man that you dealt with or dealing with? We want to know the truth. Phone lines are open, 646-233-1302. Please call in and tell the truth. I want to know the truth.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Because a lot of y'all like, nah, I don't do that to my man. I love him, blah, 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 blah. Whatever like that. No. We're going to talk about it today, and we're going to mention some things that you do that emasculate men. Have you ever felt emasculated from any relationship you was in? Felt emasculated, like you was she's trying to emasculate.
No, but I'll shut that down immediately.
You might have shut it down, but you still probably being emasculated if you peeped it.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
So give me one instance where it's like, yo, the way you acting right now, the way you treat me, you emasculate.
Just the way somebody try to talk to you sometime. They might try to talk to you in a certain way, and I just gotta let them know, like, hold a second, who you talking to? Like, I ain't no kid. I'm a grown A man. You know what I mean? Like, you better check yourself and get back into your lane quick.
All right. So we gonna run it. So 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship. 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 things. All right. Let's be honest, fellas. If you're listening, has a woman ever done this to you? Ladies, if you're listening, have you ever done this to a man? Let's keep it 100 on the Man Cave Morning Show. Number one. Rob, you ready? Rob said, I'm ready. Rob is in the secret room. Y'all can't see him. All right. But we're going to talk about 5 ways in which some women emasculate men. Number 1, pointing out his flaws. Pointing out his flaws. I get it. We're trying to help them become better people and improve themselves. Sometimes their flaws drive us bat crap crazy. Remember, guys, this is coming from a woman.
A female, yeah.
This is actually coming from divorcemoms.com. Real talk. So this is a woman. So don't think this is some stuff that some man made up. This is actually coming from a woman on ways that some women emasculate men. All right, so I'm going to repeat that. All right. She's saying, I get it. We're trying to help them become better people and improve themselves. Sometimes their flaws drive us bat crack crazy, and we feel compelled to tell them so. She's been there, done that. Got the divorce papers to prove it. Here's the deal. As women, we're painfully aware of many of our perceived flaws. The billions of dollars made by the beauty and health industry is living proof of that. Now imagine that instead of a commercial making you feel fat, ugly, or stupid, it was the person who was supposed to love you forever. Damn, that's deep. That's not good for anyone's ego. So always pointing out his flaws. Now let's break it on, put it back to our terms.
Okay.
How would you feel all the time if someone's saying, well, P, you never do this right. P, you never do that right. You need to try it like this. You need to do it like this. You don't make enough money. You don't do this. You don't, you never do this. You never do this right. I told you to do the lawn and you always miss a spot. If you have somebody nagging you and on top of you like that all the time, you're going to feel less than a man.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact.
There is a difference between constructive criticism and constant criticism.
Yes.
Hear the two terms? Constructive, constant. There's a difference, man.
Yeah.
We don't like constant criticism.
No.
It doesn't make us feel good, especially as a man.
And it will get you out of there fast. I can tell you, I'm not having that in my life. It's enough stuff on my back as a black man than to have to come home to the woman who's supposed to have my back, and that's all she's doing is just compounding what I went through all day with telling me I ain't good enough. Everything in life already tells us we're not good enough.
Right.
You know, no matter what we do, how great we are. So, yeah, I agree with that one.
Absolutely. And Dee Dee said, shout out to Dee Dee. Dee Dee, what's good? Dee Dee said, flaws are flaws. We all have them. That's not a good one. Nah, but let me tell you, as far as that point, as far as emasculating someone, the fact that you keep pointing out their flaws
exactly
is definitely emasculating.
Like you said, flaws are flaws, and everybody know they have them. But when somebody keeps telling you, like I said, you're fat, you know, you need to. You don't think a person know that they fat?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True,
I don't need you to tell me every day that I'm fat. I know that already. So yes, that's going to affect you. Everybody does have flaws, but it will affect you if someone wants to keep pointing them out.
True indeed. All right, so if you just joined us, we are talking about some ways that women emasculate men. You know, and these are some of the things that can push your man away. I'm just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
If you love your man, you don't want to push him away.
Hopefully.
So hopefully this is a deterrent.
Yeah.
What we're discussing today on the Man Cave Morning Show. All right, so 5 things. 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship. So we already went with number 1, which is pointing out his flaws. Number 2. Bad mouthing him to friends. Whoa. You listening? Can you hear us? All right. So now, number 2. And again, this is coming from a female who wrote this. She says, I was a long-standing member of the husband bashing club. He didn't do this right. He didn't do that right. He didn't earn enough money. He was lazy. Part of it was a way to gain support and a sense of camaraderie with other wives. I also needed to let off steam about my own frustrations. If I ever heard him badmouth me to his friends, I would have been livid.
Exactly.
The bottom line, though, if that... Oh, we got the caller. We're going to come back. This may be the savior. Caller from the 732. State your name where you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show.
This is Tangie from Dallas.
Hey, Tangie.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
What is going on? You going to give somebody a job today?
I'm trying to. You know, when I learn stuff like this, I can't help but think about my people. And I'm like, this is a great opportunity to, you know, share this information because a lot of people don't really hear it unless you're connected. And it is a crazy opportunity that I can share this week. Next week, I'll come with something different.
Nice.
But right now, what I want to share is that every 10 years, we have what is called the census, and that's where everyone is counted so that we know who's here and we can properly draw representative lines and attribute and assign representatives to our areas that speak to our demographics and our voices. Well, that being said, there are a couple of opportunities that are so massive for folks to have an opportunity to work for the federal government in this process. And one thing about it, once you kind of get your foot in with the federal government, you can really blossom from that. And this is like a ground floor opportunity. You get in and you do your bit and you can grow from that. So what I wanted to share is the opportunity for folks to work in that area. So the website is 2020 census, CENSUS.gov. Again, it's 2020 census, CENSUS.gov. And they're looking for folks to do some of everything with this process. If it's, on the inside and counting the information or going door to door and, doing the questionnaires, there's so many different opportunities and crazy. I deal with this every single day. And we're talking about this right now as we speak. We're at meetings. So I do know, and the one website that I can give out is 2020census.gov. Get out there. The quicker you get in, the quicker you're going to be, vetted to see if you can take part in this. And it's wide open. The next thing I'll share is that there's a whole nother side of this from a subcontractor's perspective. So these subcontractors are contracted by the government to assist in this process as well. And I will share with you that they are looking for operations managers and supervisors for some of these call center opportunities. So to check that out, you want to go to Maximus, that's M as in Mary, A-X as in X-ray, I-M-U-S, Maximus.com/careers. And you will see those opportunities there. Later on, I'm pretty sure there are going to be some call center opportunities that are open up. When I am given the approval to give that information out, I will make sure that I check in with you guys. But that in and of itself, 10,000 people they're trying to hire, 8 to 10.
Wow.
So it's wide open.
All right. Can you give me the Maximus one again?
Sure. So it's www.maximus, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, X as in X-ray, I as in ice, M as in Mary, U as in universe, S as in Sam, .com/careers.
/careers.
And on that site for the census, you want to put they're hiring for the operations managers, a lot of them, and supervisors, a lot of them. Now here's the trick. Here's the good thing that I need you guys to do and all your listeners to do. Because I bragged on y'all. I was like, I know I'm about to put this out in the airwaves and we're going to get some action going. I need you guys and the family out here listening to be sure that when it says, how did you learn about this opportunity or how are you referred, you say my name, Tangela Hamilton. So Tangela. So that's like Angela with a T in front. And my last name is Hamilton, like Alexander Hamilton. It's on the $20 bill.
All right, Tangela.
So Tangela Hamilton. Put me down as your reference because I told them I'm about to put this out there.
So now. So now somebody just curious. I'm asking random questions. So somebody is curious about the census job or whatever. What type of job responsibilities would they be doing? Just curious.
You can run the gamut. There's so many that are out there because there's so many things that are needed. They've got everything from, inside, and this is all over the nation. This isn't just in D.C. where I'm at right now. This is right where you are. And they're going to need people for every area of this opportunity. This process is really just kind of getting underway now with the hiring. So like I said, it's from everything from the folks who are out there going door to door to the people who are, taking that information in and keying information in, and it's all over the place. When you go to that website, you will see all these jobs for the 2020 census, and you pick and choose what you want to do.
Okay.
Nice.
And, right, and just whatever you do, put my name to it.
Now, as you're talking, I'm showing people the website. So I got the census one, and again, the one for the census. Say it again, because as you say it, they're looking at it.
Yep, for the census with the government directly is 2020census.gov.
All right.
Right. And then I know that they have a subcontractor who is starting to hire as well. And what I have been approved to give you today is to let you guys know that you can go to maximus.com/careers. And right now, I have been approved to say that they are hiring for operations managers all over the place, as well as supervisors all over the place. And those operations managers and supervisors are strictly for call centers.
Okay.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Because Maximus is going to handle it from a call center perspective. The government, the other census.gov, they're doing everything else. We're just, the space of Maximus is going to be costing. Now, what I will tell you is that in a few more weeks, if not sooner, they're going to give me the go-ahead to share with you guys other opportunities, namely call center opportunities, and I'll let y'all read between the lines, that will be available. And when I tell you they're hiring everybody that they can, we're talking same-day hiring.
Okay. Nice.
Okay?
All right. I got your name up on the screen and your beautiful face.
Oh, it's so sweet. I miss you guys. When I get back there, I'll try to check in with you guys.
All right.
Definitely.
We appreciate you so much for sharing this information with the people.
Yes.
After the show is over, we're going to have this portion of the show clipped up so we can share it with the rest of our listeners and everything and post it up on various different pages.
Sounds good. Good luck to everyone.
But before you go, I have a question in chat from Ingrid. She said, what credentials do applicants need? She wants to put her younger family members on. So what do you need? What do you need to have to be able to get this job? These jobs, excuse me.
Just like with any other job, you want to make sure that you've got some form of state ID. There's some wiggle room, for what I understand, in some areas as far as citizenship.
Okay.
I think if you got the appropriate green cards and this and the other, that would be okay. But if you go on the site, it's going to tell you what you need there.
Okay.
When I tell you they need help in a hurry, they need help in a hurry.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, thanks. Thanks again. We appreciate you as always, and let's
You
get the
are
people
so
some
welcome.
jobs.
And I tell you, maybe in another week or so, I'll get back with you guys about opportunities on how that you can work from home full time all over the place. I'm talking American Airlines, 1-800-Flowers, Hilton.
Wow.
I'm in that vein too. So I'll share that information if I can next week if I'm still in a good place.
Thank you.
This
we
is
appreciate
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's
yes,
slap that
jobs.
Up.
People need jobs.
Let's slap that up, Storm.
Yes.
You give an opportunity.
Yes, gotta help our people.
Yes. We thank you so much. Again, let me know when you're going to call in next week, and we'll get it popping.
Sounds good. Y'all take care. Much love.
All right.
Same
Much
to you.
love.
Yes,
God bless.
yes, once again.
Again, let's clap it up for Tangela Hamilton. Remember that name,
Exactly.
Tangela Hamilton. Please add her name to the referral.
Exactly.
It's probably going to make your job app move a little bit quicker.
Yep.
All right, because she's in the business. All right, so we want to thank everybody for just taking the time and just listening on how you can get a job opportunity.
Exactly.
If you need one.
Yes.
All right, so let's clap that up.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. Now let's go back to you ladies.
Networking.
Let's go back to you women. Let's go back to the topic. Women, are you emasculating your man? All right. And I see some of you already made some comments and everything. And let's get to our number where we was at. So we're talking about 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship. And number 1 was pointing out his flaws. All right. We already said, y'all good for that. You. All right. Number 2. Bad mouthing him to his friends. Now I didn't get through this one because Tangela called and gave us that beautiful information. So we're gonna just reiterate this one again. bad mouthing him to his friends. And remember, again, this comes from a woman.
Yes.
And this actually comes from divorcemoms.com. And again, this young lady says, I was a longstanding member of the husband bashing club. He didn't do this right. He didn't do that right. He didn't earn enough money. He was lazy. Part of it was a way to gain support and a sense of camaraderie with other wives. I also needed to let off steam about my own frustrations. If I'd ever heard him badmouth me to his friends, I would have been livid. The bottom line, though, is that if I demand respect from my partner, I should be willing to show that same respect as well. By taking my complaints to friends or random people on social media, I was disrespecting him and our marriage. Wow.
Yeah.
Number 2. P, what you think about that one?
That's deep. I mean, that's definitely a way to immediately emasculate a man.
Girl, he gets on my nerves. I can't stand this and such. And he
I'm only with him
because
he this. I'm only with him because he got a good job.
he need to be making more money. He need to be doing this. He's such and such and such. He's lazy. He's this. He never does this. He never blah, 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 blah. To your girlfriends. And your girlfriends are processing all that information. Whether you know it or not.
And then when they see him, they looking at him funny. Or, I got one for you ladies. They waiting for you to mess up. Because they can see the good man in them. So they waiting for you with all of your nonsense to fall off so that they can fill your spot. That has happened too, backfiring on you.
Absolutely.
So be careful what you tell your friends.
Yeah. That one right there is definitely a way to emasculate
immediately.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they looking at your man sideways. Now y'all have functions together in the cookout, and they like,
Exactly.
Whatever. You like, hey, Tracy. She like, hey, no. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of that, you know, and just be mindful of that, because the same way you doing that to him, what if he was doing that to you?
Exactly.
And how would you feel about that?
Like she already said in that, if he was doing that, she would have been livid.
Exactly.
And that's every woman on the planet.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. A lot of people giving Tangela some thanks.
Yes.
And as we are. And we're going to go on to number 3, man. Is that number 3?
Number 3, yeah.
Yeah, number 3. 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship. Let's get with it, man. Number 3. Checking out in the bedroom.
Wow.
Checking out in the bedroom. All right. This one says, I am 100% guilty of this one. She says, I can't imagine how it must feel to find yourself in the throes of passion, look down and see your wife staring off into space.
Wow.
I may or may not have yawned a time or two.
Wow.
Hard to feel like a stallion in the bedroom if your partner would much rather read a book. How could I have fixed this one? By owning the fact that I didn't want to have sex with him and then actually talk to him about the problems. Instead, I made him feel unwanted, undesirable, and like less of a man.
Wow.
Damn it, man.
That's definitely.
Yo, that's real. Clap it up.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to.
I want to clap that, but.
nah, but shout out to. She's keeping it 100.
She's keeping it real, yeah.
But she sounds like a woman that acknowledges her mistakes.
Yes.
And wants to fix them. You know, maybe she can't fix it in that relationship anymore.
Yeah.
But maybe, like, for the next relationship, whoever the brother is, he gonna be good.
Yeah. Now
he gonna be real good.
Now let me say this before I make this next statement that I'm about to say, because I never advocate cheating. But when it's a situation like that, and the man decides that, well, he needs what he needs, and he steps out of the relationship, whether it be a marriage or just a regular boyfriend, girlfriend,
right,
and goes fulfill his needs, I don't see how the partner can be upset with them for that. Which most of the time they are super livid. I don't believe you did that. How dare you? Yeah. But listen to what I'm saying though. Because if you, as especially in a husband and a wife scenario, I'm gonna put you like this. In a husband and a wife scenario, it is your bound duty by law. By law now, because we now have papers on each other.
Right.
To, if I need you sexually, you're supposed to fulfill my sexual needs. If you need me sexually, you're supposed to fulfill my sexual needs. So if you are breaking contract and the person decides that they're going to go and fulfill their needs, you really don't have grounds to be upset if you think about it.
Ladies, do y'all agree with that?
I'm being serious. I'm not saying that it's right, and it's not something that I would do. But what I'm saying is,
I'm gonna go talk to Rob in the secret room.
You stupid. If you are holding out on your mate, right, saying, "Well, I don't want to touch him. He's nasty to me now," blah blah blah, and he decides to go get him some. How are you mad? Let's be real. We having this conversation. Let's be real. How are you mad at him because he went and should he be like, okay, well, she's never gonna have sex with me ever again, so I guess I'm never gonna have sex again? No, you're delusional. And I'm not advocating cheating, but I'm just saying we got to think about what we're doing to each other mentally, and like what we're talking about, the emasculating. Because you know what, he might feel like he has to go and show that he's a man somewhere.
One thing she said that I like that she said is you got to have that conversation.
Exactly.
You have to have the conversation.
I agree.
And this is by owning the fact that I didn't want to have sex with him, and then actually talk to him about the problems. Instead, I made him feel unwanted, undesirable, and less like a man. Listen, this is why it all goes back to, with 1, 2, and 3, it goes back to communication. Just if you feeling some type of way about something, if something is not right, discuss it.
Yes.
Have an open, honest conversation, and before the conversation, let's promise neither one of us is going to get upset or mad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how I'm feeling. I need you to know how I'm feeling. Have that conversation, man, and get it out the way.
I just want to comment on two comments from Barb. Barb said, P, it depends on the situation. What if one of you are sick? Absolutely. That's not what I'm talking about, Barb. I'm not talking about somebody who falls ill and they can't perform sexually. I'm talking about somebody just deciding that they're not going to do it anymore. Absolutely. If your husband or your wife falls ill, you stand by their side or whatever, you know, because that's not them pushing you away saying they don't want you.
Right.
This, in the other hand, is saying, I don't want you. So if you don't want me, one of two things, let me go to find somebody who do, or if I decide that I'm going to do what I need to do, for me, you can't be mad. Like, and I wouldn't, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't hide it. I would tell you, well, I'm going to go do this since you don't want to do it. And if you get mad, then I'll tell you, well, then you need to bend over now. Then if you're going to be mad,
you can't do that in the marriage, bro.
The heck you can.
You can't do that in the marriage, bro. No, you can't.
And Kim, hold on, let me get to Kim. Kim Sharif said, wait, where's that said in the vows? I don't remember saying those vows. No, you can't say that.
A boyfriend could do that.
So let me ask you right now. So if Sandy came to you and told you, Norm, I'm never having sex with you again. Well, let's take the caller first.
Saved by the bell. Calling from the 973. State your name when you calling from. You officially on the Man Cave Morning Show. What's good?
This is the diva. You done lost your damn mind.
No, not at all.
Yes, you have.
No.
You lost your mind. What's wrong with you?
First of all, the disclaimer is, like I just said, I don't believe in cheating. Like me personally, I wouldn't cheat on my wife. Let me put that out there first, and that's real. That's not me trying to cover up. That's me being real.
She'd kill you.
But what I'm saying,
because she would kill you.
I'm not worried about her killing me. I'm not worried. Listen,
she would kill you.
I'm not scared of death. I wouldn't do it just because I don't believe in it. Like you said with the vows. Like I believe in my vows, but all of that comes together.
I don't remember saying those in mine though.
You don't remember saying them?
I don't remember. No, I remember saying my vows, but I don't remember saying that.
So let me ask you though. Let me ask you a question. If your husband came to you and said, I don't think I can ever have, no, not that I can't. I don't think that I will ever have sex with you again. We're never going to have sex again. What would be your response to that? How would you respond?
We need to separate. I'm not going to cheat on you. I'd rather leave you.
Exactly, but let's say that you really love him because it's your husband. You should, right? And that he really loves you, right? So should he? If he really loves you, if he just said, I love you, I love everything else about our relationship, blah, 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 but I just don't want to have sex. I don't feel like having sex ever again. Should he not allow you to be able to fulfill yourself sexually?
Fix it, man. Fix it.
Not for nothing. I was celibate for 7 years, so this is not really, it is not a big thing for me. But to be totally honest with you, with my ex-husband, who is Islamic, before we got married, we actually went to an Islamic wedding because I needed to find out. Me going to be a Christian Muslim wife, I needed to know what was going on. After the service, they took the elder women, took the new bride in the back and started telling her her duties as a Muslim wife. So I was like, okay, I'm about to do this, so I need to go back there and find out what's going on. They literally told her, as a Muslim wife, you can't deny him. So me
As
being
a
the
wife,
person that I am, and Norm, don't you laugh at me. I raised my hand and was like, excuse me, I'm sorry. What do you mean? You mean to tell me at 5 o'clock in the morning he rolls over and says he wants it now, I have to do it? And they were like, yes. Oh, no, bro, you better go in the bathroom and use the 5 fingers of death, because no, we're not. If I don't feel like it, no. No. I don't think anybody should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do.
True indeed.
And if you can't, if you cannot deal with that, then you need to either do one or two things: leave, or find another way of satisfying yourself other than cheating.
Well, let me say this, Kim, because I agree with you. I don't think anyone should ever be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. But if you don't want to have sex with your mate, then that's a problem. Not to say that you have to have sex with your mate on command. Bow down now. Like, that's not what that's not what I'm saying.
But you have to find out why.
But listen,
you have to have that conversation.
Right, Norm, you have to find out why.
Yes.
That conversation has to be had.
I get it.
Why don't you want to have sex?
I get it, and I'm not saying that we don't have this conversation. But what I'm saying is the conversation has been had already. We're past the conversation. The conversation has been had, and that was a decision that he made, or the decision that you made, and that they're standing by. We done had this conversation. So what I'm saying, but like I said, what they said in class, I feel is true. I don't feel like it should be on demand. I just the same way that if you wanted it and he told you no, like that's not right. Maybe not now. Like I said, I'm tired, baby. Not right now. But to just say no is wrong. In a marriage, I'll say in a relationship, it is what it is, because we don't have no papers. We're legally saying that we're going to be with each other for the rest of our lives. So you cannot in turn around and tell me, well, I'm not having sex with you, or I'm going to have sex with you once a month, or once every 6 months. Like that's not a relationship.
But that should have been a conversation that was made or had before you walked down the aisle, before you made those vows.
Agreed.
So here's the thing. Right? I'm gonna throw a situation at you, right? So I forgot what it's called. Lord, females, help me out. There's something that y'all have that gives y'all a lot of pain.
Endometriosis.
There you go. Thank you, Diva. Endometriosis, right? So just say your wife has endometriosis, right? And then on top of that, just had a hysterectomy or partial. I forgot when they call it a partial. I forgot the correct term for it. But say she had that. So 6 months later, whatever like that, she heals and all of that, and she's like, I just don't feel like having sex. I don't feel like having sex. A year goes by, y'all didn't have sex or whatever. But how are you going to react to that?
I mean, if it's something, if it's like I said, that's different. Stuff like that is different. You know what I'm saying? And the way that you're going to process it and think about it is going to be different. That is a medical thing that happened, and our body was going through whatever metamorphosis. And I understand that. That's different from saying, "Well, I'm just not doing it no more. I'm just not feeling you anymore." And I'd rather read a book than to have your sweaty body on top of me. Like that's. Like you said, that's demasculating. That is way different than you having a medical issue. Like Barb said, well, P, what's about the situation? What if somebody's sick? Exactly. If my wife falls ill, am I going to be like, man, this is crazy, I can't be like? No, I'm going to be compassionate for my wife because my wife is ill, and she cannot perform that. So I have to be mentally strong for that. Versus her saying, well, I'm just not doing it. What do you mean you're just not doing it? Are you just not doing it? Okay, that's no problem. I love you. I'll be back in a little bit. Well, where you going? I'm going to get some. What do you mean you're going to get some? Are you crazy? But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me no, you're not going to do it, and then get upset when I say I'm going to go get it. Like, that doesn't go together. I don't
Why
get
can't we
that.
get
Why
upset?
why are you getting
Why
why
can't
are
we
you
be
getting upset about me doing something, fulfilling a need that you're supposed to fill, and you decide you're not going to fill it? Why are you getting upset with me for that?
You took vows.
I get it, but
you took vows,
and
bro.
so did she.
And one of those vows says that you would not be an adulterer.
But vows
exactly. But the vows are go both ways.
Trump your sexual needs, bruh.
Thank you, Norm. See, you get extra wings. You get extra
your
wings.
Your sexual desires.
Listen,
vows they do.
I
They
agree.
do. You have to work through it.
I agree.
You have to work
but
through it.
What I'm saying is,
You have
if
to pray about it. All these things.
If the person is not budging, you cannot be upset with the person for doing what they have to do. If at the end of the day, y'all just decide that we're going to split, then you split.
Because as my husband should be willing to help me work through why I don't want to do that.
I'm not. See, y'all go all because I said we don't pass. I'm not saying that the man, the husband shouldn't be doing that.
So let me take you back to something you said.
Yes.
Let me take you back. So you said if she said to you, "Listen, I'd rather read a book. I don't want your hot, sweaty body on me." Blah 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 blah.
Yes.
Whatever the case may be. Now, right? Your go-to is okay. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, peace. I'll be back. Whatever like that. That shouldn't be your go-to. Your go-to should be is why
sitting on that couch and asking why do you not want to? What's the problem?
Would you rather read a book?
Let me help you figure this out.
Why don't you want my sweaty body on top of you?
See y'all.
Why? And then you might need to ask yourself, what did I do to get her to this point?
Listen,
to feel like that. Listen.
I'm way past all that. We done did all that already.
No, but listen.
That's what I'm saying in the scenario.
If you already said the person's still saying they love you and all this, but they just don't want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, there are things that men do to trigger women to make them get to a point to where they don't want them to be touched or whatever like that. They could see you in a disrespectful way because you did something disrespectful to them, either by talking to some other woman or by having a conversation.
Not only that, Norm, something could have happened to her in her past.
Yes, there's a lot of different scenarios, and that's what I'm trying to do is give P a lot of different scenarios that would make a woman be totally turned off from wanting to have sex. Same thing with a man.
Yes.
Same thing.
No,
same,
let him keep.
Same thing with a man.
Because the more he keep talking, the more wings you get.
Listen, you can't fault me for being truthful. Like I'm saying, let's have some grown conversation today because I see too
my
many.
grown conversation to you is you crazy.
And some people call me crazy.
Your wings.
My thing is people can't just have it their way. You got to realize the actions and things that you do affect your mate also. And it's cause and effect for everything, just like vice versa. Like I said, just like if you stepped out, that's going to cause an effect. But my thing is,
and your wife and my wife both are. Your wife is at that age range too to be menopausal.
Yes.
And my wife too. Whatever. There's so many different factors. That's what I'm saying. So right now, menopause issues can last for a couple of years.
Yeah,
a lot of
people. Look. Let me tell you from somebody who's going through that right now. There are times where I don't even want you to look at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't even look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Just you see me coming by and you see the look on my face. Just put your head down. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Trip
Keep
you.
walking. Because it's horrible. It's horrible. Menopause for women is horrible. And there are times, there are months that you can go by and just be like, I don't want you to touch me.
Trust me.
I don't want to be touched right now. I don't know. I don't want to do it.
If you started out, and I'm going to say to you like this. And Diva, thank you for calling in.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going back. Matter of fact, guess what I got for lunch today?
My wings. Get my wings, woman.
I sure do. I'm going to send you a picture.
All right, sweetie. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you. And here's my thing. Oh, here go another caller. Caller from the 609. State your name when you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Afternoon Show. What's up?
Actually, it was morning show today.
Yeah. Call in. 646-233-1302. Yeah, and my thing is, my thing is you can see changes in behavior,
yes,
in mood swings and all of that, especially if usually y'all sex is hot and heavy, y'all whole sex life is hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden it just switches off.
Yeah.
It just falls off the cliff.
Yeah,
and especially if you know you're a wild boy and she a wild girl, whatever, and it just starts to fall off the cliff like that. There are issues involved. It could be emotional, psychological issues. It could be physical issues. And the key is to get to the bottom of it. And that's the key. Instead of assuming like, okay, well, you don't want to have sex with me, well, I'm gonna have some sex with somebody else. That ain't the answer.
No, I agree.
Not
That's
when
not
you're
the answer.
married.
I
Not
agree
when
that's
you're
not the
married.
answer.
Dating is different. But call from the 404. State your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, I'm ready to start some trouble now.
What's going on, Cass?
What's up, man?
I'm like P, right? I'm gonna exhaust all the issues. Listen to that. I'm gonna exhaust all the issues, right? And I'm gonna try to get down to the root of the evil. But sooner or later, I'm gonna get down on all threes. And I'm like, on your mark, and I'm gonna talk some more. And I'm gonna talk more, try to find out the issues, because you know sometimes we gotta search and destroy and try to find out the answer that these women got us doing, because we got the Swami hat on in the crystal ball trying to figure it out. Then before you know it, I'm gonna lift up, get set. I'm gonna ask some more questions, trying to be Columbo, trying to solve this mystery. And then if she's not coming up with a viable answer or a note from the doctor, it's gonna be like, go. Because that thing gonna go up in the air. I'm like, go.
Again, we're talking about marriage. You know, we're talking about
I'm
marriage.
talking about marriage too.
All right, bro, but that's what I'm saying. So what is your marriage built on? What's the foundation your marriage is built on? If you
trust, honesty, honesty, commitment, because you're committed to me just like I'm committed to you. You're committed to tell me what's on your mind instead of me trying to figure it out like I'm Columbo or one of them people like Matlock, one of them people. You got to talk to me so we can find out the situation so we can solve it.
So listen.
If you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So guess what? I'm gonna solve my problem down there on Front Street.
Listen. If you start having problems,
I'm with you, P, because they was ganging up on you. I ain't like that too much.
I can hold my own.
Listen,
Cass.
Listen. If you having trouble and problems with the marriage, right, and the love factor may be teetering, that's when the friendship's supposed to kick in. The friendship is the backbone, is the foundation, right?
Yes.
That's going to hold y'all down while y'all working out these problems. And see, a lot of people don't realize that. You know, like, oh man, we having problems with our marriage, this, our marriage, that. Okay, let the friendship kick in, because y'all had to be friends first, right?
No, unfortunately, that's the problem. That's why a lot of this stuff happens.
Why?
Because people weren't friends first. That's where all this stuff comes into play, because people don't take the time out to become friends first, so they don't learn these things. So they don't understand all this. So when they get to this point, and this is with marriages, so when they get to this point, they never really knew the person in the first place, so they don't know.
If you marry somebody and there's no friendship there, that's on
you.
you.
What I'm saying, listen, there are a lot of people, and I'm not going to say there's no friendship, but there are a lot of people who don't actually, let's say they didn't live together, nothing. There's a lot of people out there who don't actually know their mate until they get married, and then they find out. Because you got to think, even when you're dating, if you do friends, whatever, you never really know a person until two things: one, you live with them, or you stay with them, something like that. You don't really know a person. Like if you stayed night over my house a few nights, or I stayed night over your house a few nights, that's not reality.
Right.
Reality kicks in when the two of you stay under the same roof and you get to see each other's idiosyncrasies every day.
No doubt. Caller from the 609. State your name, where you calling from. Please turn your radio down, your volume down in the back.
Yeah, I'm turning it down now, man. I'm turning it down.
All right.
What up, Norm? Paul Scott, baby.
What's good, Paul?
What's going on?
What's going on, fam?
Man, shoot, this is a good one. This is a good one y'all talking about right here, brother. I think I got the badge on both sides of the issue, for real.
All right, talk about it.
But, the woman is an emotional being.
Yes.
So, you don't know what you're going to find yourself engaging with from, year, month to month, week to week, month to month,
second
year
to
to
second.
year. And as the conversation went on, of course, there's a lot of different parts of the situation that can come into to make one or the other person not, ready for sex. But sometimes with that emotion, it could just be just that. A woman is just, going off her emotions. She might not be menopausal. She might not have the hysterectomy, but it's just her emotion that caused her to be in that state of mind and just don't want to be touched. Or if a man is not, going back to the emasculation piece, if a man is not providing for his house, that piece can really come into play where is, you can't get nothing until you step up and become the man of the house.
And that's emasculating.
Exactly.
That's emasculating.
And in that case, I can see, what's your brother name sitting next to you, Norm?
Smooth P.
I can see his point in that case. Because when you're made to feel less of a man, what does a man do when he's made to feel less of a man?
Show how much of a man he is.
He want to go out and prove, that he's what?
Exactly.
Still a man.
Yeah.
Still a man.
Yep.
So it's pluses and minuses on both sides of that discussion, and no two people are going to deal with it the same way.
True fact.
No two people are going to deal with it. It's according to, number one, your faith. Number two, your upbringing. See, I was brought up in a house where my father, he was a known cheater.
Oh wow.
He had the girlfriend right. I mean, when I say directly around the corner, walk to the corner, turn the corner.
Wow.
And there was his mistress right there.
Oh,
and I got teased, by my friends, because all my friends saw my dad going into the house. So now you mix that up with, coming up into faith and to understanding the vows. That's a struggle when your woman tells you, you until you raise up to this level, I just can't. I don't feel secure, so I can't, satisfy you in that
crazy.
category.
Yeah,
so now, what, as a man, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do?
No, and I feel you on that. This is why there's therapists and counselors and pastors and all of that. So there's always options. The plan B, the plan C, the plan D, the plan E. But you got to be willing to go through that, and you got to love somebody enough to want to do that, and you got to respect the vows enough to not want to go outside the marriage.
Yeah.
So right. Yeah. I mean, we looking at the for better or for worse part.
Yeah.
Definitely looking at that.
Yes.
And
that shit worse.
You have to, like in the word it says, you have to be long suffering. You have to. Sometimes you have to deal in a way where you have to deal with a problem for the long haul of it. But at the end of the day, all that sounds good, and you have to pray and try to keep yourself together before going out to make a mistake. But you're still a man, You're still a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're still a man, and you still got to deal with the fact that you have this urge, and your wife is not doing the part that she needs to do.
Yeah.
And everything else, it sounds all good, but you're still dealing with that thing as a man.
Exactly.
Hey, they say that, some people say, I got drunk and it just happened, but some people don't drink, so, man, you still sitting there, you dealing with that problem.
Exactly.
But what do you, now how you flexing that? How you flexing that when you have all that information, you have your vows, you have your faith, you have, the right people in your ear, you're putting the right messages in, but you're still dealing with that fact, and it could be years that you're dealing with this.
Yeah.
It could be 1 to 2 to 3 years that you're dealing with this.
And you know what? Again, that's when you have to fall back on that. Again, the friendship and the love and the vows when you're going through the problems and going through situations, because again you have to still treat it just like what if there was a medical issue, whatever, she couldn't do it, all right, so do you leave her because she can't do it because she has a medical issue? No, you still supposed to be in there rocking out regardless, because this is your worst part of the for better for worse. This is the worst part. So when people, a lot of time people look for excuses to do things anyway that they shouldn't be doing.
I agree with that. That's a fact.
So
but the flip side of that coin is that when the man is down, when he's is having issues with finding work, or if he have other issues, it can't be easier for the woman on the other side to check out.
No.
It can't be easy for you, but it can't be easy for you to say, well, I'm not giving you sex until you get those things
exactly.
So that has to go both ways, and calling the woman the weaker vessel sometimes can be an excuse. it can be an excuse, but if you're looking for me to be upstanding on this side, to handle, to take care of my business when you're down. Right. That's got to be mutual. It's got to be shared on both sides of the table. And sometimes I'm a man, so I only can speak from a man's perspective. Sometimes and I know brothers. We got a lot of brothers that's dirty. They recognize as dogs and they do the wrong thing all the time. But for the guys who do the right thing, 95% of the time, they have to take it. They have to take it as well. You need to go get that other 5% and make it 100.
True indeed. Paul, brother, we appreciate you calling in, man. Yeah. We appreciate
good conversation, though, man. Y'all guys doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, later.
No doubt.
You got another call coming in?
I think, I'm not sure. Okay. This another one? Caller from the 609. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show.
Hey, good afternoon. How y'all doing today?
All right.
How you doing? Your name?
Hey, what's up, Pierre? This is your little sister from Netherwood Village.
What's up?
Big Sean, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Sean? What's going on?
So I was listening to, your topic today, and Pierre, you said something. You said a couple things I don't agree with, but I'm gonna let that go.
Okay.
But you also said something about living together first. A lot of people don't do that before they get married.
Yes.
And when they do move in together, they don't know each other, and that's sometimes why it don't work out. And I agree with you right there.
Yes.
So me and my husband, we live in
No, I'm saying, but was y'all friends first?
Yes.
Oh, of course. That's what I'm about to call. That's what I'm saying. Today we actually celebrating our 20th year anniversary.
Well,
congratulations!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Yes.
Thank you. But it just wasn't not because he's my husband. When I introduced my husband to anyone, I never say husband. I just say my BFF because he was always my friend first, and he became my best friend. There's a difference. A lot of people don't get that. People try to correct me, be like, "No, that's your husband." No, I use husband for like that bougie other stuff. I use my friend or my best friend.
Right.
Because that's what he is to me. So I agree with you on that. So I just want, call and get my input, on that area right there.
We appreciate you, Sean.
But you know what, little sis? If that was the situation, or when that's the situation, you'll see that what this number is doesn't happen.
Yep.
That's just a fact.
Yep.
And like I said, let me because everybody's jumping on me. Let me let everybody understand and know that Smooth P, Pierre, whatever name you know me as, I
know you as Pierre, Big Bro Pierre. That's
exactly. But I'm saying I'm not a cheater. I don't advocate cheating.
Oh, I know that for a fact. But I grew up with you, so I know that for a fact. But I get what you're saying too. If your wife's not giving it up how you want her or how it should be, and she keep doing it constantly, not saying you got the right to, but you need to, I agree, because I'm going to be the same way. Hubby wasn't giving up to me, we're going to talk, because something's going to happen. I get it, and vice versa.
Exactly.
But us women, we go through a lot of stuff. So y'all didn't even go through what we go through. So you have to understand that, too.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It was never about that. Like I said, people were throwing, well, what about this situation? What about that situation? That if you're not understanding as a spouse of something medically or mentally that your spouse is going through, then you're dead wrong for having that take on it.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm saying. But if it's just that I'm you know what, man, I'm not turning on by like I said, you do gotta get to the root cause of why that's happening. But if the person is not moving and they're like, well, this is just how I feel, take it or leave it. You can't be, I'm just saying, as a man and or a woman, either side, you cannot be upset if the person says, well, I have my needs and I'm going to do what I got to do. That's what I'm saying. You cannot be upset with them for that.
I agree with you on that. Sadly, but I do.
But what I'm saying though is that people do get upset. They will totally shut it down and say, well, I'm not giving you this, that. And then somebody said, well, I need to go get it. What do you mean you're going to go get it? You better, if you do this, that, and the third. Like, want to give you ultimatums and tell you how they going this and that. You can't do that. You can't tell. You can't tell me. You can't do that.
I get you. And I get the whole thing with everybody. Trust me. You know, I got needs. She got needs. Everybody got needs. I get all of that. But things do happen in marriages.
Yes.
Where the marriage gets stale. It gets stale. And then you have to find other ways to try to make it. Yeah, to make it
exactly. I agree.
Fun again.
Yep.
You know?
And I mean, every marriage gets stale. I'm not gonna say no marriage don't.
Yeah.
But like I said, you go through your ups and downs, but you just gotta just keep doing stuff. Like right now, me and my husband, we grown again. Both of my kids, my son is moving out tomorrow. We're about to take him to Bowie State. My daughter, she graduated from college. She never here. She be chilling doing her own thing. So I'm like, damn, we grown again. So we're gonna do stuff we used to do back in the day. We might be doing it in the car. Y'all might see us on the news.
I about to say, tell them
make sure. Do stuff like that.
I was gonna say, tell them make sure they call before they come home, because y'all might be walking around butt ass naked.
Oh, they already know.
Don't you walk in this door without calling?
Like, oh damn, my mom. Yeah, they already know.
And
I got. That's what you have to do.
And you know what? Sean just gave me a part B to this whole conversation. Something something you didn't say. You said, because us as women, we go through more things that you guys just don't go through, never go through. I'm gonna tell you something right now.
You don't go through having a menstrual. You don't go through having a menstrual.
No,
Stop.
but
you cannot pop up a baby out there with me. You cannot. So before you try to say y'all go do stuff just like we do, stop. Think about what you say.
Oh no. let me check you right there. I'm gonna say this right now. Women
You're
have,
never gonna win that.
But women have way more support systems than we do.
Most definitely.
And let's keep this 100.
For everything.
Y'all have support system for everything. Men don't have as many support systems when we go through stuff like y'all do. So you
have a good wife, you will.
Listen,
you got a good mate.
Y'all got a group for this. Y'all got a group for that. You know, you got your girls for this. You got your doctors for that. You got your therapists for this. Whatever like that. Us as men, a lot of times we bottle a lot of stuff up because we don't know where to discuss it or where to communicate it, because we always got to look like the strong ones. We always got to look like the strong ones, like we have strength all the time.
But you know what?
And
well, that's your fault. Y'all should start having
false
your own
rock.
group then. So I'm not siding with you, and you can't even start. That's your fault. Get your own group.
Nope.
Start it up. Because we did. Y'all can do it too.
Nope. We want to infiltrate y'all group.
Now. We can take it back to another way. I ain't gonna let it go.
Wow.
That's the whole problem. Women's this. We got to make our own conferences. We struggle. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Women's this, women's that, women's that, the women's this. Every time I turn around, I'm like, yo, where is the men and women this?
There you go.
The men and women that.
Start that, because we started ours. Y'all start yours. That's it.
Y'all got women's groups for every damn thing.
Inclusion is everything.
We need some more men's groups, men and women groups. How about that? I'm coming to y'all meetings.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
When I find out where y'all next meeting going to be, I'm coming.
All right, come on.
Sean, thanks for calling in, sweetie.
Appreciate you calling, definitely. Wow.
I love y'all. Y'all
love you too. And happy anniversary again. Tell hubby the same.
Congratulations.
Yes.
No doubt.
Thank you so much. Y'all take care.
Thank you. That's funny.
But this is the truth, bro. They got support system for everything. Way more support systems. And when we go through stuff, I'm telling you right now.
We just go through it.
We just go through it. You know, and a lot of times we got to always look like the tough one and the strong one all the time and we crying inside.
Yeah. We didn't finish the list up either.
Oh, yeah.
We got stuck on whatever. I don't even know what number that was.
We got 10 minutes. Yeah, we got stuck on that. Okay, let's take this call. Caller from the 908. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
Well, I was beginning to feel unloved.
Hey, Platinum.
What's up,
Platinum? How are you?
How you doing, Platinum?
I'm blessed. I hope y'all doing well as well.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say something to Big Bro P, but he kind of made it very apparent where it coming for his neck. So I will keep that to myself.
No, go for the neck. Go for the juggler.
I'm good.
Go for the juggler.
No, y'all know me by now.
I'm messing with
I was only going to say what our previous family Hey, family, on the check-in and those who are joining in said, other than mental, to me, there is no tit for tat. There's no justification in having extramarital affairs just to fulfill that 2 to 3 minute. Okay, let me watch what I say. You guys know where I'm going with it.
Yes,
So,
we understand.
2 minutes, huh?
In other words, what I'm trying to say, if it comes to the emasculating of a man, which I do not justify, and there are times where we, as women, single or married, can easily fall into our traps due to our emotions. Other than you just leave. There's no reason to bring extra coal on your head, extra heat in your relationship, hatred for tat. Just leave. If you're going to have to do that to fulfill a desire, then you just need to leave.
Agreed.
If it cannot be worked out any other kind of way.
Yes.
And have a meeting of the minds. Well, it's not going this way. Because if this started a long time ago and you guys couldn't go to a therapist or some kind of counseling or somebody in leadership on the authority of what y'all are going through behind closed doors, then that was under both of you, not just her and not
Facts.
just him.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense.
Oh, okay. So, in the other regards, back to Big Brother Norm. Now, listen, young man. If it's all that, and you guys don't have an outsource or outlet, start one. Where's your program just solely? And I'm not just talking and speaking of the great platforms that you already have, because you guys are geniuses in that, hands down. Love you guys.
Appreciate
but
you.
Where is just solely, or is it pride thing or a man thing? And I'm not coming for men's necks. I don't know. I'm not a man. Where is the one to start a support group? With that being said, food for thought, and y'all all have a blessed, safe day. Love you guys.
Thank you.
too.
Love you
Thanks for
back.
calling in.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you as always.
No doubt. Appreciate you. So we're gonna go on to these last.
I think
we got
we
one
were
more.
on number 3. Was that number 3 or 4 we were on?
Number 3 was checking out in the
So
bedroom.
we got 2 more than you.
Number 4, undermining him. Remember, we are talking about 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship, and number 4 is undermining him. And remember, this was written by a woman.
Yes.
All right. So she says, show of hands, how many times did you ask your partner to do something? Clean, make the bed, cook dinner. You're gonna have to call back. Cook dinner or get the kids dressed, and then decide and discuss when you saw him doing it wrong. Which was the only code for not your way.
Wow.
If you told him, never mind, I'll just do it myself, and yank the task away, you were undermining him. It's hard for anyone to feel like a full shared partner when they're not allowed to do help in the tasks of your own marriage. Wow. Treating him like a child, you've lost your patience with means you are treating him like a man. Treating him like a child, you've lost your patience with means.
You aren't treating him like a man. Okay.
Right.
Which means
you aren't treating him like a man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true indeed. Undermining him. And that's another thing.
Yeah.
You know? All right.
That's a huge one too, though.
Yeah. So you start trying to help or whatever like that. Oh, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
Never mind, I got it. I'll do it myself. Go sit down somewhere. You can't do nothing right.
Yeah. That'll get you cussed out, though.
Yeah. But again, then he feels like a boy because you emasculate him. All right. So that's number 4. And you know a lot of y'all do that. You probably do it. You probably do it. You probably do it. And you probably do it. I don't think she does it. All right. So number 5. We're going to go to number 5, all right? So again, we're talking about 5 things women do that emasculate men in a relationship. And number 5, last but not least, caller from the 862. We're going to take you before we get to number 5. Caller from the 862, state your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show.
I'm calling about the group that y'all both started, that I started, with both of y'all. That's what. I done called Pierre and I called Norm, being a newly married dude.
What's
and
up,
I'm going to weigh in on this situation. And when I weigh in on this situation, I don't want nobody calling. They're going to have to be quiet, because I got a song that I want to sing.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
This couldn't have been a perfect topic, more perfect topic now. Norm, I know what you were saying about the support group, and me, I had to make y'all both my support group, because I called up like, look, this is where I'm at, this is what's going on, and this is what I'm going to do.
Let's talk about it.
Both of y'all gave me some pretty good advice, though. You know, both of y'all was talking to me about my pride, which we ain't going to talk about on the radio. But all jokes aside, though, man, you know what, and I'm saying this to both of you guys and everybody listening, I think what I was doing, because before I got married, I was an individual. And being an individual, I didn't have to comply, and maybe comply is the wrong word. I didn't have to merge my decisions or the way I moved with anybody. So I was used to moving a certain way. And what I've come to find out, man, is that, you know, now that I was married when I was younger, but being older and being married, I had to realize that there are some things that you have to absorb.
Yes.
Now, am I telling you that
Absolutely.
you got to take somebody's nonsense? No, but wherever I am, whatever my wife is doing, I'm going to see it as nonsense or brush it off. I had to start teaching myself to brush off. Now, the dangers of that, of brushing everything off and not addressing certain things, can cause her to buck up.
Exactly.
You know, when you and I'm learning that she ain't my competition in reference, and I don't mean competition women like we're on the same. I mean, she's not a competitor. She's my wife.
Exactly.
And I had to learn to look at all the good points, because if I look at the bad points, I'll be calling y'all two again. So I say that to say it's not as bad as marriage isn't as bad. And I'm saying this as a person that I could be very stubborn and full of pride. Both you guys know that. But when I put that down and I deal with the situation at hand and deal with it as a group and collectively, I find that my individuality is for the things that I like to do that doesn't interfere with my marriage. And I had to learn to separate that. So I just want to let both of y'all know that I'm healed somewhat from the conversations that we had. Thank you both. But all jokes aside, man, at the end of the day, you know, I don't think that a lot of men, Norm said it best when he said we hold a lot in. And, you know, I'm the type of person, I don't front. If I got to get it out of me, I got to get it out of me.
Right.
You know, because if I don't get a chance to vent, then that's going to be like a pressure cooker with all that food cooking. When I take the top off, it's going to burn everything and everybody around me. So
Right.
I had to learn to find guys like you, man, that I can vent to. Guys that are married. I don't want to talk to no somebody.
Well, you know what? Let me say this to you, bro. A big cancer in a marriage is being an emotional hoarder.
Yes.
When you are an emotional hoarder, that's a problem.
It's a cancer.
Because you're storing all that inside you. You're not letting it go. You know, and eventually it may come out the wrong way.
Exactly. It's always gonna come out the wrong way.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, man. So, but with that being said, man, I had to weigh in on this. I was like, yeah, they speaking my language, but anyway, the missus will appreciate this conversation. Don't worry, she ain't gonna delete nobody.
I'm already deleted. She already unfollowed me.
You funny.
No, that wasn't done by you. That was something else. But anyway, look, man, let me get going. I'm gonna holler back at y'all, man. Love y'all both, man. Stay up.
Love you both.
Bro,
Tell
love
the
you,
missus
fam.
we said what's up.
All right.
Peace.
Peace, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, no doubt. So was that the last one? Or we
didn't get to it. We were about to get to it.
Okay. All right. So shout out to everybody on check-in. Let's see. Didi Graham said, I found some male support groups: addiction, life transition, family, marriage, mental health, weight loss, medical support, bereavement, and grief. Thanks, Didi.
We appreciate you.
I love
Didi.
Didi.
Yes.
Shout out to Babs. Said, well, damn, I need to see 1 in 3. 4 she is guilty of. Wow. At least you admit it.
Yeah.
And that's half the battle right there.
exactly.
Admitting that you take fault in things that go wrong in your relationship. So shout out to Babs on that. Clap it up for Babs. All right. So the last but not least, if you just joining us, we're talking about women. Are you emasculating your man? And we're talking about 5 things right now. 5 things women do that emasculate their men in a relationship. And number 5 is shaming him in public. Shaming him in public. I've seen this a lot. I've seen this. I think I've only been a victim of this like maybe once in one relationship. And then I was like, whoa, okay. All right. We need to talk. But anyway, and I'm glad, again, a woman wrote this.
Yes.
She said, let me hang my head in shame over this one. 12 years together, and I can't remember how many times we fought in front of others. Wow. At Christmas with my family, in the mall, in front of strangers, it makes me cringe just thinking about it. Yes, you might come across as a shrew in these battles, but a man has even fewer options. Wow. He can't get too loud or aggressive, or he'll be labeled as an abuser. Wow. Wow.
That's kind of a fact, though.
Ladies, hear this. She also goes on to say he can't walk away or he's backing down from a fight. If he sits there and takes it, he's whipped. No matter what he does, he lost, and in the eyes of others and himself, less of a man. Damn it, man. We can just clap it up for that. Woo! Shout out to this sister right here that broke this down. Very few of us would intentionally emasculate our partners. I was guilty of every single one of those things. Instead of owning my feelings, showing him a shred of respect, and communicating with him, I made my ex-husband feel more like a child than a man. We were still incompatible as a couple, but maybe if I communicated with him, our parting would have been more amicable. Damn it, man.
See, I think this last one and the statement she just made just sums up why a lot of these things were happening. Like she said, they were not actually compatible as a couple. And therefore, when you're with someone that you're not compatible with, you're going to get all these things, because as a woman is only going to respect a man that she respects. But I know that sounds stupid, but you get what I mean, right? Like, if she's not compatible, if she doesn't think that he's the man for her, that he's there for her, he could do this, he could do that.
A woman is not know you're compatible before you get married.
Well, you're
supposed to.
Here we go. Let's rewind.
Right.
Back to the whole friendship thing. So that's why to me, it's a big thing that you should actually be friends with your mate, or be a friend with your mate first. Like, actually get to know this person. Make sure that you like this person. That's what I say. Not the sex, because I always tell people sex it jogs your memory.
It's levels. It's levels before getting married.
Yes.
Like is important before you even get the love.
Exactly. You gotta like somebody. Exactly.
And then even if you get mad, if you are married, right? If you are married and be like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like you today. I still love you.
I love you. Exactly.
But I don't like you today.
I don't like you today. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
But I still love you.
Yeah, you see how that goes? So, it's important to have tons and tons of conversations before you get married.
Yes.
Tons and tons.
And too often people don't. And that's why this list of 5 things happen in relationships.
Yeah, I like this. I hate this. I like that. I hate that.
I want 12 kids. I don't want no kids. Like
this, that. Have these conversations.
You'd be so surprised. Like, especially just what I just said. You'd be so surprised how many people don't really have these deep, life-changing conversations before they get married. Like, so one person, we're going to get married. We're going to have this big, huge family. Like, I love kids. I want to have like 12 kids. And then you find out that the woman don't want no kids. I'm not messing up this shape. You see this shape? You know how many hours I've been in the gym for this? Wow. But we're married now, we never had this conversation. Oh, I want this big house. I love this big house. Oh, no, I just want to live in an apartment or get a condo. Like, you really got to have these life-changing conversations.
Absolutely. Man, listen. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today.
Yeah, man.
On the Man Cave Morning Show. Again, if you got some topics or discussions or whatever that you would like us to talk about, just let us know. Also want to shout out Tangela Hamilton for calling in with the job opportunities and everything. Don't forget those job opportunities, and don't forget those websites she mentioned for 2020 census jobs. All right, and the other website she mentioned, Maximus. All right, so make sure if you know somebody in need of a job, please apply and mention Tangela Hamilton. All right, and get started working soon. You know, because she can hook you up. Trust me, she can hook you up, and she will be calling in back in next week on the Man Cave Show and discussing another job opportunity. Also, don't forget what's going on Thursday. Listen, this Thursday, we need to see everybody. You know what, Rob? I want to see you and your wife out there because it's a grown folks thing. The after work ride. Want to see y'all at Galveston, man. Come on out. Have a good time. It's located on 303 South Michigan Avenue, Kenilworth, New Jersey. All right, and it's presented by BKS1 Radio. Your boy DJ Storm Norm be on the ones and twos. DJ Smooth P, DJ Jess, DJ KT, DJ Big H. We play that feel-good music from the classic to the current. We're just going to have a lot of fun. So come on out and rock out with us for the after-work ride, all right, at Galveston. All right, only on Thursdays at Galveston's from 7 p.m. to midnight. All right, come on out and just have a good time with us, all right? And then you know what we do every Friday at TGI Fridays. Shout out to TGI Fridays. Located at 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey. It's Friday Night Live, baby. From 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's the happy hour mix. Music powered by WBKS1.com. We turn Fridays into the club. You already know, man. So come on out and have a good time with us. It's a lot always going on. Make sure you tune in tonight for the Live in the Cypher show.
Live in the Cypher, baby. 9 p.m.
Yes. We have the most intelligent hip-hop discussions
on the planet.
Is. And we play new music as well. So if you know anybody that's a hip-hop artist or whatever and they want to send their music to us, and we'll give it some exposure tonight. Live airplay tonight on the Live in the Cypher show. That starts from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and everything. So come and rock with us tonight, all right? So again, we want to thank everybody. And remember, this show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because
you are the next best kept secret.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
And guess what else? We love you guys.
And ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Peace.
Peace.
We out of here.